All right, Joe, March 5th, 2016, man, and we are well on the way to Heroes versus Villains.
That's right, PK. I'll tell you something. Everybody was so excited because I was here tonight. They were able to hear my melodic voice, my angelic voice. And I'll tell you something, PK. We are witnessing some exciting things here at the OSWA, not to mention OSWA.TV coming up. And like you said, the upcoming Heroes versus Villains, April 30th, baby.
Yep, OSWA.TV starts tonight, right after the OSho it began. Well, Joe, one of the first matches I wanted to talk about was the Royal defending their tag team championships against the IRA, consisting of Ken O'Sullivan and Jimmy Lee and the Book Club.
That's right, PK. I was like, so we got to see Tim Miller in the ring for the first time, teaming up with their man, their head guy, James Boulevard. And
guys, I don't want to take too much time here. I know, Joe, you were talking, and
right, yeah.
PK, no disrespect.
Oh, so no
disrespect to you either, Joe.
Okay.
But I gotta address the fact that we just lost the tag team championships, and we weren't even beaten for them. We weren't pinned, we didn't tap out, we weren't counted out. You can't lose it off of that either way. But off of a legality, from a contract that was signed a month and a half ago?
Something like that, yeah. Ancient history.
It was signed a while back, and thanks to Jonathan Feltner and his infinite wisdom of phone technology, telecommunications, he ended up getting his lawyers to write up some kind of nonsense paper to give to Anthony Marinelli, and he went and took the titles from us.
Do you know what that is? That's a disgrace to the tag team division. Right? Right.
I totally agree.
You guys know as well as... How you doing there, Mr. Fonzarelli?
Fellas, believe me, this was not my decision. This was a completely legal matter. It was way above me, and I had no control of taking those belts off of you. But you guys are the champs, and will be again. This ain't over.
We know
we got a long road.
We know we're going to be the tag team champions again. We know, and we don't need you to tell us that, Anthony. Although we appreciate it. We do appreciate it. Yeah, walk on away. Yeah.
We actually show up to the shows. We defend our titles, unlike some people. CTMD.
Every single week.
Okay.
Every single week we defended those titles, and now we don't have them.
Those tag titles to them, they're just like a belt to hold your pants up. You can go buy that at Walmart. Just like Mac Moses did with his championship.
Exactly. What was it? Like TAF, FSDPF,
Total Annoying Professional Wrestling, something like that.
Batman symbol.
That might be it.
Cow.
Now, come on.
I think that was it. Cow.
Cow.
CTMD, we only have one message for you guys. Well, actually, we'll just save it for when you actually show up to a show. How about we do that? Jonathan Feltner wasn't even here tonight. Goes to prove my point of what I told Clint Eller last time we were interviewed. Go check out the Ozone. Anthony, get back here! I'm not done with you!
The Raw titles.
Big A, you know what, I'll tell you something. I gotta say, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I cannot blame those guys for being upset. But because I will say, I have said it before, they are the perfect marriage of brutality and athleticism. Do I think they're gonna be tag team champions again? Absolutely. But think about it, the paperwork.
Well, Joe, I'll tell you something. You can get your titles back through legal wrangling, but we know
wrangling.
We know the fans know that CTMD lost their titles. It's not their fault that that Tower didn't show up, but they wrestled regardless, and they lost their titles. And they could have got back in line. They could have wrestled for them. They had their title shot, but instead they took the easy road. And I'll tell you something. I'm looking forward to Heroes versus Villains because I got a feeling we're going to see the Royal taking on CTMD to become the definitive tag team champions. Well, Joe, let's go on to talk about the next match of the night. We had the Monster Z versus Jackson Carter. Two former Ultimate Champions in a very physical confrontation.
That's right, Big A. And Jackson Carter, a member of our Bad Boys Club. Big A, I cannot say it enough. I am a member of the Bad Boys Club.
Yeah, Joe, and all the members of the Yaya Sisterhood were all out there during the match. And I'll tell you what was really interesting was, all of a sudden, Jackson Carter, when he starts getting beat, what does he do? He and the rest of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants wind up walking out of the ring, out of the arena, and he loses to count out. And so what does the Monster Z say? Well, the Monster Z said, we've made a match. And that's at Heroes versus Villains on April 30th. You and I, false count anywhere.
Fine, PK. You know what?
It is fine.
Hey, listen, spin it all you want, but I'll tell you something right now, PK. First of all, Jackson Carter was Pearl Harbored. He was attacked by the Monster Z before the bell even rang. And I'll tell you something, us, the Bad Boys Club, we will not wrestle unless the match itself is up to par. And you know that.
And we have the advantage with all of our guys ringside attacking the other guy that we're wrestling.
PK, will you shut up and listen to me? Let me tell you something. The reason why Jackson Carter walked off is because that match was not up to his par. You just wait till Heroes versus Villains. You just wait till you see him dominate the Monster C. The Monster C, he wants that false count anywhere's match. Go right ahead. You know, so I'll tell you something. You're going to see Jackson Carter do what he does best and show why he is a worthy member of us, the Bad Boys Club.
Joe, then Brody Dillinger, he came out, rising star here in the OSWA. He comes out to make an announcement in the ring, and he gets attacked from behind by the Mean Girls Club. I mean, the Bad Boys Club.
Bad Boys, we get it right or pay the price, PK. Come on.
And so they wind up attacking him and doing damage to his knee, and now the future is in question now for Brody Dillinger. But then he makes an announcement. Curtis Coleman says, "I'll take on anybody." Who comes out? Keith Cage. And during that match, who comes out during that match? Of course, rearing his ugly head, Jamar Anderson.
Oh, okay. You know what, though? There's some bad blood between them. And Jamar Anderson had every right to go out there and talk to Keith Cage. First of all, Keith Cage had no right to be in that ring. In order to climb corporate America, first of all, you have to at least graduate middle school. And I'll tell you one thing, when you're busy watching Whopper Room, watching Sesame Street, watching Degrassi, and listening to NSYNC, or whatever he listens to now, One Direction, he doesn't have time to climb the corporate ladder. And I'll tell you one thing, another thing too. All those little hormones are raging inside of him. I know he's going to want to impress some little 5-year-old, 12-year-old girls out there. But you know what? He's not a man. He doesn't have what it takes yet to defeat a man like Jamar Anderson.
Well, Joe, it will be interesting to see, because I'll tell you something. All this did tonight was further the anger that these two guys have for each other. And I think it's going to be a great match at Heroes versus Villains. Well, then we had our main event was Adrian Phillips versus Rod Bolt for the Ultimate Championship. Rod Bolt decided, hey, Adrian Phillips, you're worthy. I'm going to give you a shot. And Adrian Phillips, he took it, and he did a very good match. It was a very aggressive match. And
aggressive?
Yes.
Yeah, like defeating Adrian Phillips is one Herculean feat.
Well, Joe, all this is doing is helping to prepare Rod Bolt to face Chris Damian at Heroes versus Villains. And folks, I'm telling you, if you can come. April 30th, we are going to have Culture Fest. Before that, there's going to be live music, food, crafts. It's going to be great. It's almost going to be like a fair, more or less. And I'll tell you something, it'll be worth coming to. And then we're going to have Heroes versus Villains after that, where you're going to see all this stuff coming to a head. Joe, I know I normally interrupt you, so why don't you go ahead and take us out?
Okay. Heroes versus Villains, April 30th. OSWATV.gov? No, OSWA. PK, you need to let me rehearse before I say anything. What are you thinking about, PK? Come on, man. You're always interrupting me. You never give me a chance to get experience. And now I'm stumbling over my words. It's all your fault.
Joe, spoken like a true millennial, I know everything's always my fault.
I'm an old millennial.
It's never your own fault. Well, Joe, I'll tell you something, folks. This is what we've got going on. Our next show is in 14 days on the 19th of this month. We are going to have more matches in preparation for Heroes vs. Villains. Folks, we just launched OSWA.TV. You can follow all the action there. We'll still be on YouTube at youtube.com/OSWA Entertainment. And as well, we'll be on Facebook.com at OSWA Entertainment. And folks, we love our fans, we love the O, and we look forward to seeing you all in 2 weeks.